Hi guys, we are solving problem number 2860, happy students from Leetcode. So in this problem we have been given an array nums of length n, where n is the total number of students in a class, and the teacher tries to select a group of students, uh, and he has to make all the students happy. So now the criteria for ISC student to be happy is that if the student is selected and total number of selected students is strictly greater than num set I, that means the student is happy. Now, if the student is not selected, then the number of selected students should be less than num set I. So basically, like if we are given an array like this, so what we can say is, let's say if this is student, let's write index is also 0, 1, 2. Okay, so if we select this student at index 4, which is having a value of 6, so what does it mean? It means that the number of selected students should be uh, greater than 6. And if we are not selecting this student, then the number of selected students should be smaller than 6. So basically, here is one important observation that we can have, and that is if we are selecting a student, let's say 6 here in this case. So what does it say about the selection of other students? Like for example, students whose value is less than 6. So let's say 3. We can say definitely that if this student is selected, then this student must be selected. This also must be selected. And why is that the case? It's because if if let's say 6 is selected and 3 is not, uh, 6 is selected and 3 is not selected. So according to 3, if 3 is not selected, then the number of students selected should be smaller than 3. But because we are selecting 6, so in this case, the number of students selected should be greater than 6. So it's like a contradiction, and it can never happen. So what we can deduct from here is that if you are selecting some student with value x, then uh, all students with value lesser than or equal to x should also be selected. So what we can what we can say with this information is that if let's say if we sort our array, so if the array is sorted like 0, 2, double 3, double 6, and double 7. So what we can say is if we are at index I and we are selecting this guy, so we are sure that we have to select all of them so that they are happy. There is no option that we cannot select them. So this is an important observation, and what we can say is that it will never happen. Like we have selected these students and then left 6 and then selected this guy 7, like this. Means there will not be any gaps in between. Uh, Always what we'll have in a if we sort our array, so we will select some prefix of the array and neglect the suffix. Uh, Again, the reason for this is if we have selected 7, so it cannot happen that 6 is not selected. This is the reason. So what we can do is for every I, we can say mm, for every I, we can say okay, let's we have selected up to here. So is it possible to select students up to index I and neglect students from index I plus 1, and they are all happy. So what will be the like criteria? So we can say criteria will be if if num set I uh, is smaller than the students that are taken, and uh, num set I plus 1 uh, That means this is I plus 1 and we are not selecting it. So the number of selected student should be less than this. So number of selected students, that is the students taken, should be less than this. Uh, so if this uh, if this condition is true, these both the conditions are true, then that means we can make students happy by selecting this prefix and rejecting uh, the students that are left. Uh, one more two special cases are that if we select all the students, and another one is that if we don't select any one of them. Let's say what should we check if we don't select any one of them? So nums in that case nums of 0 should be um, greater than 0, because we have not selected anyone, and nums of 0 is also not selected. So if this is true, then we can plus 1 in our answer. So that means we have not selected anyone. Similarly, if we select all of the students, that means num set n minus 1 where n is the length of the array. We have selected everyone, so it should be less than the number of students taken. And what will be the students number of students taken in this case? That will be n. So num set n minus 1 should be less than. Let's see the code for this. Uh, so what we have done is first of all we have sorted the array, and then from going from 0th to less than n minus 1 position, that is uh, we are we are like separating the indexes like this. So first we are at index 0, then that means we are selecting up to here, then up to here, up to here, up till the less than n minus, this is n minus 1, this is n minus 1, so up till here, because selecting all the students we have like taken it as a separate case. So this is students taken, that will be I plus 1. Actually student left is not required. So if taken is greater than num set I, and num set I plus 1 is greater than taken, that means taken is less than num set I plus 1, that we have discussed here. Then we should increase our answer by 1. We have initialized the answer as 0. Now there are two separate conditions that we have taken. Can we select all, or can we leave all? The logic is explained here. So this code gets accepted. Yeah, so I hope this video helped. Thank you.